Hi there, students. Fiduciary. Fiduciary is an adjective. This is one of these legal terms. Fiduciary talks about trust, people who are in a position of trust. So, for example, the directors of a company have a fiduciary obligation to the shareholders. Okay, so they have an obligation of trust. This word fiduciary is particularly used related to the responsibility to take care of somebody else's money in a suitable way. So for example, a trust or a trust fund, the trustees have a fiduciary duty to deal with the money fairly and honestly. Okay, so a fiduciary obligation is related to the responsibilities that manages the money belonging to another person or an organization. So fiduciary responsibility, fiduciary obligations, fiduciary duties. They talk about you need to be faithful to the trust that has been given to you. You could say that parents have a fiduciary duty to look after children appropriately. But fiduciary, this is particularly for investment trusts or investment companies where people invest money and that money is then used to make investments and make these people grow. Make these people's money grow. Sorry, the chief financial officer of a company is in a fiduciary position dealing with the company's money. Okay, so fiduciary. Good faith regarding the interests of other people, but particularly money. So fiduciary, if somebody is in a position of trust, then they have a fiduciary responsibility. They've got to act fairly and reasonably with this. Governments have fiduciary obligations to the people of the country. Okay, they have obligations to do this. They have an obligation to deal properly with money and assets that have been entrusted to them by the voters. Okay, so a trustee of a trust or an executor of a will is in a fiduciary position. Okay, so fiduciary, a fiduciary contract, a fiduciary duty, but particularly to look after someone else's money reasonably, particularly, but particularly when it's been entrusted to you. Formality, fiduciary. I give it, I think, a 7.5. You might find it in an article in the Financial Times or something like that, but not for an informal conversation. I don't even think for a semi-formal one. Semi-formal writing and above. And as to origin, okay, it comes from fiduciarius in Latin, held in trust. Fiducia, trust in Latin. Okay, so fiduciary, a formal legal word. Enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Fiduciary.